The moon is more than just a glowing orb in our night sky. It's a powerful force that has shaped Earth's tides, climate, and even the length of our days for billions of years. Did you know that the moon is slowly drifting away from Earth at about 3.8 centimeters per year? Now imagine what would happen if, instead of drifting away, it suddenly collided with our planet. Do you know the devastating effects such a cosmic crash could unleash? The moon's current orbit and stability. What if the moon suddenly stopped orbiting Earth and started drifting closer? The consequences would be immediate and terrifying. The moon's gravity is already responsible for the tides we see each day, but if it moved closer, those tides would become monstrous, flooding coastlines and swallowing entire cities. This gravitational tug-of-war would also trigger massive earthquakes and volcanic eruptions as the Earth's crust strains under the added stress. The atmosphere wouldn't escape unscathed either. Violent storms and unusual weather patterns would sweep across the globe, making survival even harder. The moon's approach would disrupt the delicate balance that has kept Earth stable for billions of years, and the closer it got, the more chaotic life would become. This isn't just about water rising or storms intensifying. This is a complete upheaval of the planet's natural rhythms. The moon's pull would literally shake the ground beneath our feet, crack open the Earth's surface, and unleash forces that could reshape continents. It's a reminder that even our closest celestial neighbor plays a critical role in maintaining the balance of life on Earth. Without that balance, the planet would be a very different, far more hostile place. The initial approach and gravitational effects. The moon drifting closer to Earth wouldn't just cause wild tides and earthquakes. It would unleash a storm of atmospheric chaos like we've never seen. As the moon's gravity pulls harder, the air itself would become unstable, whipping up fierce winds and triggering massive storms that could rage non-stop. These wouldn't be ordinary storms. Think of hurricanes on steroids swirling across continents with relentless power. The interaction between charged particles from both Earth and the moon could even spark intense electrical storms, lighting up the sky with bolts far stronger than any lightning we know. This atmospheric turmoil would disrupt global weather patterns, making it nearly impossible to predict what comes next. Crops would fail, ecosystems would be thrown off balance, and the very air we breathe could become hazardous. The moon's approach would turn our skies into a battleground of natural forces, leaving no corner of the planet untouched. It's a stark reminder that the moon isn't just a silent companion lighting up our nights, it's a powerful force shaping life on Earth in ways we often overlook. As the chaos builds, survival would become a daily challenge, and humanity would have to adapt quickly or face the consequences of a planet thrown out of balance. Atmospheric and environmental chaos. The moment the moon crashes into Earth, the sheer force unleashed would be beyond anything humanity has ever witnessed. This isn't just a big explosion, it's a cataclysmic event releasing energy equivalent to billions of nuclear bombs detonating at once. The impact would instantly vaporize everything near the collision site, turning solid ground into molten rock and sending shockwaves racing around the globe. Debris from the collision would be hurled into the atmosphere and beyond, creating a fiery rain of molten fragments that would ignite wildfires worldwide. The sky would fill with thick clouds of dust and ash, blocking out sunlight and plunging the planet into darkness. This sudden blackout, known as an impact winter, could last for months or even years, causing temperatures to drop drastically and disrupting the delicate balance of life. Plants would struggle to survive without sunlight, and the collapse of ecosystems would ripple through the food chain, threatening countless species with extinction. The moon's collision wouldn't just reshape the surface of Earth, it would rewrite the story of life itself, forcing every living thing to face an uncertain and hostile world. This event would mark one of the most dramatic turning points in Earth's history, a reminder of how fragile our planet's stability truly is. Collision impact energy. So what would actually happen after the moon's catastrophic impact with Earth? Well, the immediate aftermath would be a global firestorm of unimaginable scale. The tremendous energy from the collision would superheat the atmosphere, igniting every combustible surface across continents. Forests, cities, everything would be engulfed in an inferno. As these firestorms raged, they'd pump colossal amounts of soot, ash, and greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, creating a thick, dark shroud that would completely block out the sun for months or maybe even years. This extended period of darkness, known as an impact winter, would cause global temperatures to plummet drastically. Photosynthesis, which is the fundamental process supporting most life on Earth, would just grind to a halt. The chilling temperatures, combined with the lack of sunlight, would decimate plant life, leading to a catastrophic collapse of food chains. The air itself would become unbreathable, filled with toxic gases and fine particles from the fires and pulverized debris. Surviving any initial impact would only be the beginning of a desperate struggle against a dying world, one that's been transformed into a barren, frozen landscape where the conditions for life as we know it would basically cease to exist. Global firestorms and darkness. When the moon collides with Earth, it won't just shake the planet, it'll fundamentally alter how our world spins. The impact's immense force would change Earth's rotation speed, possibly making days longer or shorter in ways we just can't predict. Imagine waking up to a day that lasts 30 hours or maybe just a few minutes shorter than usual. Our entire sense of time would be thrown off. The collision could even tilt Earth's axis, which is what gives us our seasons. Even a slight change in this tilt could lead to extreme climate shifts, with some regions facing brutal, never-ending winters, while others deal with scorching, relentless summers. This disruption to Earth's natural rhythms would affect everything: weather patterns, animal migration, and plant growth cycles. Over time, these changes could make huge parts of the planet hostile to life as we know it. The delicate balance that's allowed civilizations to thrive for thousands of years would be shattered, forcing humanity to adapt to a drastically different environment. It's a stark reminder that the moon isn't just a pretty object in the night sky. It actually plays a vital role in keeping our planet stable and life-supporting. Without it, Earth's future would be uncertain and filled with challenges we can barely imagine. Changes to Earth's rotation and orbit. The aftermath of a Moon-Earth collision wouldn't just leave a scar on the surface. It would create a massive cloud of debris orbiting our planet. This debris, made up of pulverized rock and dust, could actually form a spectacular ring around Earth, kind of like Saturn's iconic bands. Over time, some of this material might clump together, gradually forming a new moon. But this new satellite wouldn't be the gentle, familiar moon we know. It could be irregularly shaped, unstable, and constantly shifting. This debris ring or new moon would dramatically affect Earth's tides, possibly causing unpredictable flooding and altering marine ecosystems. Nights could become brighter or darker, depending on the density of the debris, disrupting animal behaviors and human activities alike. The constant presence of this debris would also pose a hazard to satellites and spacecraft, making it a lot more complicated to explore space or use the satellite technology we rely on for communication and navigation. This cosmic aftermath would remind us that even after a catastrophic event, the universe keeps moving, reshaping itself in ways that are both beautiful and dangerous. Life on Earth would have to adapt, not just to the immediate destruction, but to a changed celestial environment that could influence our planet for thousands, if not millions of years. Formation of a new debris ring or moon. So, the collision between the moon and Earth would trigger an extinction-level event unlike anything in recorded history. The immediate shockwaves, massive fires, and impact winter would, devastate ecosystems, wiping out countless species in just a matter of weeks. But the ripple effects would extend far beyond the initial disaster. Food chains would collapse as plants die off from lack of sunlight, and animals would really struggle to find enough resources to survive. Human civilization, which is so dependent on stable climates and agriculture, would face unimaginable challenges. Societies might collapse under the strain of famine, disease, and social unrest. Yet, even in the face of such destruction, life has a remarkable ability to endure. Microbial life, hidden deep underground or in the oceans, could survive the harsh conditions and serve as the foundation for eventual recovery. Over thousands or even millions of years, new species might evolve to fill the ecological niches left vacant. This event would mark a brutal reset for life on Earth, but it wouldn't necessarily be the end. It's a powerful reminder of both the fragility and resilience of life, showing just how closely our fate is tied to the cosmic forces that shape our planet. Potential extinction-level event. The moon crashing into Earth would unleash geological chaos that reshapes the planet for millions of years. The impact's force would fracture the crust, triggering massive volcanic eruptions worldwide. These eruptions would spew ash and lava, further darkening the skies and poisoning the air. Mountains could rise or crumble, and new landforms would emerge as the Earth's surface is violently rearranged. This geological upheaval would not only change the landscape, but also disrupt the planet's internal heat flow, potentially altering tectonic activity for ages. Earthquakes would become more frequent and severe, making the ground unstable and dangerous. Over time, these changes would create a planet that looks and feels completely different from the one we know today. The scars of the collision would be etched into the very bedrock, a permanent reminder of the cosmic disaster. Yet this process of destruction and renewal is part of Earth's natural cycle, though on a scale far beyond anything experienced in human history. It's a powerful testament to the dynamic nature of our planet and how it responds to forces from beyond our world, forever changing the stage on which life plays out. Long-term geological changes. The aftermath of a Moon-Earth collision would raise a crucial question. Could life ever bounce back from such devastation? Despite the overwhelming destruction, Earth's resilience is remarkable. Deep beneath the surface, microbial life forms could survive the harsh conditions, tucked away from the worst of the fires, radiation, and freezing darkness. These tiny survivors would become the seeds of a new beginning, slowly repopulating the planet's ecosystems over millions of years. Evolution would take its course, with new species emerging to fill the void left by those wiped out. However, this recovery wouldn't be quick or easy. The planet's environment would be radically altered, with unstable climates and landscapes posing constant challenges. Human civilization, if it survived, would have to adapt to a world unrecognizable from the one we know today. This long road to recovery highlights the incredible tenacity of life and the delicate balance that sustains it. While the Moon's collision would mark an end to an era, it wouldn't necessarily spell the end of life itself. Instead, it would reset the clock, offering a harsh but fascinating glimpse into nature's ability to endure and evolve, even after the most catastrophic events. Could life ever recover? The Moon's collision with Earth would be a cosmic catastrophe, but it also reveals something profound: the fragile yet extraordinary balance that sustains life on our planet. This event would shatter the harmony that has allowed ecosystems to flourish and civilizations to rise. Yet it's a powerful reminder that Earth exists within a vast and dynamic universe, where celestial bodies constantly influence one another in ways both subtle and dramatic. The Moon's presence stabilizes Earth's tilt, moderates tides, and even affects the length of our days. Without it, or after such a catastrophic collision, the world would be unrecognizable, chaotic, unstable, and harsh. But this scenario also highlights humanity's place in the cosmos. Small, vulnerable, yet capable of incredible resilience and adaptation. While the Moon crashing into Earth is an almost impossible event, thinking about it helps us appreciate the delicate cosmic dance that makes life possible. It encourages us to protect our planet and understand our universe better, knowing that even the most familiar celestial neighbor plays a vital role in the story of life. So, next time you look up at the Moon, remember, it's not just a glowing rock in the sky, but a guardian of Earth's balance and a key player in the ongoing saga of our planet. Thanks for joining us on Space Facts today. If you enjoyed exploring what would happen if the Moon collided with Earth, make sure to hit that bell icon so you never miss out on our cosmic discoveries. Don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing space content delivered straight to your feed. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and tell us which space fact amazed you the most, or what topic you want us to cover next. Stay curious, and keep looking up.